Now it's time for the oiling process. What we do is I got 3 types of oils, and we sell this on our website as well. This is a extra thin, and what it is, it's a water-like substance. It's gonna go be its first coat, and what it does, it soaks into the pores of the wood. And then for our second and third coat, we're gonna do 2 coats of the pollux. It's more of a solid, and it gives it a good sheen. And then the liquid wax cleaner is a protectant. This will be our 4th and final coat. Now you don't need much of this stuff. You just need very little, goes a long way. I think 1 can lasted like 8 tables and 80 trays for me. And so it goes quite a bit. And then what you're doing is you're just rubbing it in until you don't see any more streaks. You get eye level down to it, you won't see any more streaks, and then you'll add a little bit more. And you'll just start in one corner and work your way down to the whole table. Now what we're doing is the oil now has about 10-15 minutes to soak in. And then once it soaks in a little bit, we let it dry. We'll finish it off and wipe it down with a clean 3M wool pad. And we just go back and you're just gonna make circles and rub it all in till you see every little smear gone. And that's what will create your sheen over time. And then you keep doing this for every coat. And I don't know if you can get in here with that camera, but you'll see little marks. And what we're doing is we're just buffing those little marks out until you create a good sheen. You just buff and buff and buff with your hand. Or if you have a little buffing machine as well, you can do that. But then it will get a nice, good color and sheen throughout the whole table. And this is what it looks like after a coat of the thin. We'll have to do, again, 2 coats of the pollux. We will wait 8 hours before we do another coat, but you can see the sheen starting to get a kind of a sheen to it. After our 4th and final coat, you will really see this stuff pop. We got very beautiful characters into this table. I like it. Now that we have our first coat of thin on, it's going to do our second coat. And the second coat's going to be pollux. Now pollux, all right, is more of a solid type of substance there. And we're going to put 2 coats of this on here. We're going to put the first coat on now, and then we're going to put the second coat on 8 hours later at the end of the day. I also bought me a new polishing machine, so we're gonna try this bad boy out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on 600. It's its lowest setting. And then you do not need very much pollux. You only need just a little drop to start off with. It goes a long way. Oh yeah, I like this. This beats doing it by hand for sure. Spreads a lot more evenly and faster. This is after coat number 2 of the pollux. And what we'll do is we'll let this dry for 8 hours before we put on the second coat of pollux. But you're starting to see a nice sheen to it after the first coat of pollux, as you guys can see. Now that we finished our first coat and I let it dry, we then put it on the base. And once it's on the base, I start my second coat of the pollux. This is that solid that we're doing, and we don't need very much of it. Again, we'll put it on low speed. This is after coat number 2. This is the next day. This is coat number 2 of the pollux, which makes it a total of coat number 3. And right now, you could see a nice sheen from that second coat of that pollux right there. And you can start seeing where everything's starting to feather this, starting to pop out really clean. All the feathering starting to pop out. So now it's time for its fourth and final coat, and that's with the liquid wax cleaner. Now what it is just like a powdery white liquid substance, and you only need a very little bit of it. And what it's for is for a protectant seal on the top. And just like with everything else, a little goes a long way. Now that we got the liquid wax cleaner on there, we're going to wait about 10 minutes. And what I did was I took the pad and I turned it upside down. So now this is a nice clean pad. That's about dry in 10 minutes, and we're gonna wipe off all the excess. All right, so there you have it from start to finish. This was a 3x5 table. It's a small dining room table, and the challenge was to get 6 seats all the way around it. And to do that, we needed a base that would allow us to put a chair here on both sides, and then a chair here on that end. So this small 3x5 for small kitchen tables, we were able to do to fit 6 comfortably, and that's how it's done. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, for making this far. Thanks for watching part 2 to my video, and stay tuned for more content.